There's Terry Don and the ever-present Tuff. But a different player has wedged his way into an enviable position at Denver with a pen of bulls that was stronger than a nuclear arsenal. Aaron Simas came out on top as the two leaders went to the turf. Can Simas be the man of the hour for the second straight week and the third time this season? Hang on, bull riding fans. It's Bro Crunch time. Now, on ESPN around the world, it's the Acme Bull Riders Only from the Rosemont Horizon in Chicago. It's brought to you by Roper, the greatest looking shirt you'll ever wear, by Original Coors, and by Chevy Truck, our official truck. Howdy, everybody. I'm Bob Tallman. Welcome to Chicago. As we have an opportunity to watch today, California challenging Oklahoma, challenging Texas. The talents of three young men are going to pop the bubble for somebody. The Tough Enough Award, well, hang on, another $10,000 to Tuff Thurman. But what I want to talk about to the guru and Gary LeFew is something more important. If you haven't made the bubble pop by now and you haven't got over the hump by the time we've come here to Rosemont Horizon in Chicago, you haven't got a shot at getting to Long Beach for the World Finals. Can Aaron Simas make the pack hunt him, whether than he's been hunting them all year long?
You bet. Aaron, Aaron has the momentum coming in here. He's just been hotter than a firecracker, and, he's got a chance of catching Terry Don. He's already passed Tuff. And you want to get as many points as you can going into Long Beach, especially getting seeded into that top five, because you only have to get on two bulls that way.
Aaron Simas says he feels like James Brown, and that's good. We're going to find out right now. Let's watch what happened at Denver. Aaron Simas is a unique little cowboy, you might say. And I say unique for the fact that he's smaller, he's stronger, he's younger, and he comes from California, and these Okies and Texans are making him try a lot harder. What Aaron Simas can do that the rest of them can't is takes that teenage challenge, puts it on the veterans, and grins and walks away with the money. Aaron Simas is an all-star athlete in our business. To the Original Coors scoreboard, I want to look to Terry Don West at the top. Young Aaron right on his tail with the veteran, three-time the champion Tuff Thurman in that pack. Jim Sharp and Dan Wolf. Sharp is out, Wolf is in. That's the five the way we look at them. Ladies and gentlemen, when I say watch out for the Bailey hat cam, that means we're going to get you close enough to smell them. That's the way it is at Bull Riders Only for the Rosemont in Chicago, and we're going to ride some bulls. Welcome back, everybody. ESPN and the Rosemont Horizon are about to give you all that you want when it comes to the Acme Bull Riders Only Tour. Let's take a look at the Roper highlights. Adam Carillo, a little man from El Paso, Texas, is about to spank the socks off one of the biggest bulls that we'll have in Chicago today. What you're watching is 8 seconds of pure delight. Physical disaster if you make the wrong mistake, and the only lights that'll go out will be yours. He made it look awesome with an 80 score. Back after 6.5 months on the injured list, he's been trout fishing in Montana. This is the Rosco Ranger. Should have been a world champion 3 times. Clint Pronger's in Chicago to twist the bad one. And he does it with class, 83 points. The Roper highlights bring us an all-time champion. The first ever all-black cowboy to be a world champion in pro rodeo. This is the great Charles Osgood Samson. Ladies and gentlemen, nobody rides him like Charlie C. Oh, look out. Lloyd Ketchum, step in, go for it. Let's take a look at the qualifiers now with Bronger Carillo, Myron Duart, and Mike Erickson. Here to Bubba Moncrief from Texas, Charlie Samson, the all-time great, and Teddy Slater. Here's a new one from Minnesota. The Tulsa Twister, Ervin Williams, is back in town. From up into Montana country, I've got seeded cowboys from Scott Redding. Jerome Davis, the college champion. Tuff Thurman, the all-time 3 champion of the world. Dax Lackey out of Texas. Darrell Mills, the Canadian champion. Carrie Richards of South Texas. Richard Rule of Colorado, the hotshot Aaron Simas from California. Nobody rides him better than Terry Don West. Dan Wolf is howling at the moon in Illinois tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about the bulls in Chicago. And the 2 greats that I can bring it to is Gary LeFew and Shaw Sullivan.
In our last great debate, we talked about the race between Tuffy Thurman and Terry Don West. Then two things happened in Denver. First of all, Aaron Simas slid right past Tuffy Thurman to take over second place. The second thing was, bulls weren't buying any of that hype. Let's take a look at that final round of bulls and tell the battle of the buck off. Right here we have an evil twist put by this bull right here on the Scott Bredding. The bull's called Diamond, and it was all over for Scott before it even got started. Now we've got OX-17 Stingray, and we got Darrell Mills. This bull jumps sideways, travels forward, then licks him back to the right, all the time traveling forward, and lights are out for Darrell Mills. You'll even see the look of anticipation on Aaron Simas' face as he wonders if he gets a score right here on V Dagger. Why? Look at the ride. He's into his hand, he's away from his hand, he gets back off his rope, he almost slaps the bull right here. He is never in control of this animal at any phase of this particular ride. His head knew he was bucked off, but his heart wasn't convinced, and it wouldn't allow him to let go of the rope. And that sometimes is all it takes in bull riding. As you can see, he comes off here right at the 8-second whistle. When he gets up, he just doesn't know whether he's going to get a marking or not. He does get marked at 93 points and a win.
Well, it was a great ride, but you talked about what tricks the bulls use in getting the riders on the ground. Every buck-off starts by getting the rider off the rope, back in what we call the power zone. Now, different bulls do it different. Some bulls, like Farmington here, this is the Nolan Ryan of the bulls. Slides him back off that rope with pure power. Right back there is the power zone, right back near the flank. As that big kick comes, that just throws him too far forward. He's out of control and out of time, and hey, it's lights out for Mark Kane. Now, a different type of bull is the bull that Tuffy Thurman has here. This here is an athletic little bull that moves forward in the spin, and then as he turns back, he slides sideways, slides tough back into that same zone, just a different technique of getting him back there. And once the rider gets back there, there's just too much action back there. That catapult is coming up, the front end's going to the right, the back end's going to the left. Hey, here we go back to pure power. Bodacious and Terry Don West. The most powerful bull in the business. Got a little stutter step, comes up, runs Terry Don off that rope, and look at that catapult come up. That is the most powerful bull in the business, and that is why right there. The power hits Terry Don, throws him over that front end, gets his legs behind him. Now Terry Don just wants to think about getting out of there with his life and living to ride another day. That is maybe one of the rankest pins of bulls I've ever seen.
Absolutely.
Well, I've got to agree with Gary and with Shaw. Here are the judges. These are the men that are going to make the decision for the top $10,000, Chris Horton and Darrell Haas. When it comes to the lifesavers, two of the greatest athletes and showmen as well, Leon Coffey of Austin, Texas, Lloyd Ketchum of Miles City, Montana. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to stay with us. We're going to come back in a moment for the second round action from Chicago and Rosemont Horizon for Bull Riders Only. All right, everybody, we're ready to rock and roll Rosemont Horizon style. We're in Chicago and ready to do with Mikey Erickson, little lightning at 22 years old from Choctaw, Oklahoma. This is B4 Bailey's Bad Cat. This is David Bailey's Bojangles. Of course, we talk about Bailey and the Bailey Hat Company with the Bailey Hat Cam, but Bailey couldn't buck him off. I don't want to see that happen. Gary Lemieux, here's the guru. We've lied about him before. Let's not lie again.
Oh my goodness, he's got one started right here. This bull is a bucking bull, and Mike, you notice he's standing up on them legs when he left the chute there. That was to get up in that post position even before that bull left the chute.
Now exactly what he needed to do and what he did in the first jump is so important. To have the accuracy, not just the first jump, but if you aren't tapped to the first one, you are in the jungle. 83 points to set him up to go with. How do we come up with that? With a 1 to 25 for the man from two judges, 1 to 25 on how the bull's going to buck from two judges. You met him a moment ago, and 83's the way we start. For Bull Riders Only, we're talking about original Coors, and behind the sign is the Wolfman. If you're going to howl at the moon in Illinois, you might as well do it in Chicago. What we're looking here is about a 2/3 spot for him. He's 10 out of 15. Danny Wolf originally came out of the Oregon country of Pendleton. He's been to Colorado, lives in Wyoming. But what he needs to do is ride this bull and get one of these so many times that we haven't got him in that one.
Oh, look at here. He's a little worried about that shoulder. He's got Cinder.
Yes.
All right, that was just what he needed.
Coyote Hunter from the air, big boy, get him to him. Woo, 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 woo. He weeks ago at Denver, the bull actually drug him into the ground, pried his arm back out of the socket on the left shoulder. Dr. Skip put it back in place, and look at him ride.
Oh, this is just perfect timing right here. He jumped over that front end, got the free hand moving perfect with this bull. He said this bull is the bull he needed today because that shoulder's still real sore. Dr. Skip taped it up for him, got him ready. He didn't want one of those eliminators to start with. He needed something that arm could hold up to and get
pair of eights with an ace high. Wolfman goes to the lead with an 88. Now, he is excited, and he should be. He has been in the 80s and in the 90s, and two of our last bull rides that hasn't won any money. We'll see if we can get him in the second round, qualified for the third round. Go to South Texas with us for a minute right now on ESPN. We're talking about Carrie Richards. 31 years old, middle-aged, a father of 5, and can't ride bulls. This is one of the stickiest little bull riders that Texas ever turned loose.
You bet he is. You know, he made a fool out of me in Wichita. I said he sat down a little too flat to ride the great bull that he had drawn there, and he jumped out and stuck it on him 1 second at the bull ride. And this guy is kind of like Charles Samson. He's got that low center of gravity, and he gets away without posting a lot more because you don't get as much jerk when you got that low center of gravity.
He's his center of gravity is in the toilet. Look out, Ernie Williams. Lloyd Ketchum and Leon Coffey in the saving position, and there's two of the greatest athletes. This big high horn hook and Charlene Bramer Cross will kill you if he gets a shot at you.
How in the world did he come out of that hurricane?
I don't know. He got up, he got his arm over the neck. He was trying to save his face, ripped his belt, ripped his buckle off. That's the way it is. Now watch here. He knew what was happening. See his left arm, he got a hold of him.
Oh, you bet. He's got a death grip on him.
Underneath his back. And the bull can't get to his head, but right here he's about to lose it.
Oh, that was smart maneuvering on his part.
You don't worry about a bull like this snorting in your shorts because they're never going to get close enough to your butt. But what you've got to do is save your face. If you can stay on your feet and keep your head, you'll save your life. Bad Cat 13, they call him from the Lady Rodeo Company. That was Salty Dog. Carrie Richards, you're all right.
Well, I think Chicago's getting a good taste of what wild bull riding's all about, aren't they?
Let's go to Montana, everybody. It's Clint Bronger time. The Rosco Ranger is back in business. Out of the first round with an 85, he qualified. The first time in 7 months he's been back in a bull ride.
Well, we're a little worried about that broken leg, whether he was really ready to come back. But, boy, what he's been showing today, that he took the necessary time to get healed up, and he has been putting on a bull rider performance today.
That's double on 7, old spec. That bull can buck. Now, what you have seen is maybe the opportunity for him just to polish it after the first round, then the second round to qualify for the third. He's only 76 points, but he's strong and he's in on 2. Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to watch a match of matches right here. Ervin Williams and the Roadhog. This is 35B, the bull. Tulsa, Oklahoma's top cowboy is going to give it a try. 35B sounds like a gate at Delta Airlines for O'Hara Airport. Look at this big bull. Man, he's
opening up on him, isn't he?
Well, they just introduced Oprah Winfrey. He says, I'm going to do something for my sister. I'm going to ride one and make it look good, and he did it. Rode him right. We were talking about Ervin Williams in the first round. The second round, can he ride and make it work? Maybe he fizzles in this second round, but he's not going to do it in Chicago today.
No, sir. We just hope he's got enough bull here. This bull's kind of cow kicking, ain't kicking up high in the back end. Just all depends on whether he gets enough points in that 74.
Well, that 74 did it in the second round. He was a lot better than that in the first round. Maybe we can make it, maybe we won't.
One thing about it, he's in the clubhouse.
Let's go to Tennessee for the next one. This is the 30-year-old midget, they call him. Want to tell you about this midget. Claremont High School, as a freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior, had him as an all-star football player. 5'6", 145 pounds. Think about it. He said, them other guys were big, they went to college. I went to rodeo. The kid is an athlete. He is secure in his mind of what he can do. Now watch him ride this bull. He rode his first one better than I've ever seen ride a bull in the last 6 months.
Well, he better have, because he has got his work cut out for him. This is King Kong of the Bailey string, one of the toughest bulls here. in the eliminator string when he goes to the finals. That means he's not real good timing. He's going to got a little hop skip to him.
You notice
a lot of power, a lot of drop.
Look, he went and put the face mask on. Now, the first bull he rode without it. He rides sometimes with it and sometimes with not. The face mask is for protection from previous injuries. And a lot of guys that have had the injuries he's had should not even be on a bull. That face mask is going to give him a different center of gravity than he had on the first bull because it adds weight to the front and the upper part of his body.
You bet it is. It puts a lot of pull on your neck also. But this bull here, watch this bull. This is not the bull that Stu wanted. This bull is a handful. Real
Stewie, come!
Stewart. Oh, got back in that power zone. Kicked him again.
He took a kicking right on the point of the hip on the first one. Oh, man, I don't think that's going to make him happy, and I don't think he's going to make it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the way it is in the Rosemont Horizon. We're going to ride some more. Don't anybody move on ESPN. We're coming back.
The 29th, Ogden's first chance to witness bull riders only. Call 800-44-ARENA. And California Bro fans, we're back with the only show in Southern California. This year, you can be there. 800-536-BULL for your first-class seat.
Now, Aaron Simas has done so many things in the last 6 months, but what I hope he's thinking about doing today in the Rosemont Horizon in Chicago is keeping his pretty young California face out of this bull's horn. This is a catch, Gary. Let's get ready to put your lights out.
Oh, you bet. I seen him in San Jose last week. This bull,
he down on his butts, he hooks, he jumps, he kicks, he crawls, and he's going like a reptile. Anything you want to do, this man is like $30,000 in less than 30 seconds.
oh, no problem for Aaron Simas. He's not scared of no horns.
Save your life. The worst place in the world to get off on is the gate, but he did it. That's the main thing. Qualify for 8 seconds. If you just joined us on ESPN, you're watching Aaron Simas at the Bull Riders only in Chicago. This is the second round action. He qualified out of the first round. We've slammed him, we've hammed him, we've done everything there is in the world to him, but 76 him today. We'll see him in the third round. Leon Coffey is entertaining the thousands of fans in the Rosemont Horizon in Chicago today, along with Oprah Winfrey, and we've got the special star Luke Perry here watching on today. But here comes the criminal justice major, a senior university in Texas, Dax Lackey. High school champion, college champion, Bull Riders only champion. Dax Lackey knows that he has to make this work. He was one of the 10 seeded out of the first round. Didn't have to ride one. Sammy Andrews and the Great Bull Nosedive. It turns exactly the way the bull is named. His cat will click your heels.
You bet he does, but Dax has really been hiding right in this year. Look at here, both ways. Dax is right in. Starting to slide a little bit.
Well, you got a big man on a little bull. That bull got the jump and the kick now. When he came around to those turns, he was flat to start with, and he had him handled. The bull slowed down, got some height, got some drop, and there is where the upper body got him in trouble. Got his knees higher than his hips, and that's going to put your butt under your chin.
You bet. When this bull come around here, he's kind of throws him back and forth. He's moving over the front end in good time with him. Right here when he comes this other way, this is a good move by Dax. Comes right up over behind his head. He just doesn't get quite enough stand up on his legs, and that starts moving your butt to the outside. You got to get back on your legs. It's going to probably be docked a little bit on his score. Usually if you're sitting up straight, they mark you one score. If you get to slide a little bit out of position, they'll take points away.
Slip sliding it away, and it can cost him a whole bunch, but we're going to have him enter at a 78 just by the hair on his chinny chin. He's going to make it.
Well, that should make the next go around.
You bet, I bet it does. Let's go to the Acme shoot this time and see how we can put them together. Remember, 8 seconds can be a lifetime. If you're in the wrong spot, if you're in the right spot, you can make it work. We watched this young man a minute ago, and one of the few times we've seen him, 10 Slater. He comes from up in Minnesota. Skull Bandit Gino. Now, this is 1A with Sammy Andrews, and he is a cat. Height, jump, slap side in and out of there. I'm afraid we got the Blonde Bomber in trouble. Minnesota's not going to get any headlines for that one in its history. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll talk about a celebrity here today in Chicago watching on. Yes, that's none other than the gorgeous Oprah Winfrey, the lady of controversy from television. A lady who can make bull riders feel good because she didn't come here for controversy. She came to watch her partners ride. What a smile, darling. Yeah. Oh, little lady, so nice to have you with us. And as you watch our shows on ESPN, get ready to see more of Oprah. I won't let the cat out of the bag and tell you the whole story, but she is involved in more ways than one. Ride a bull, not for Oprah. Ride one to save your own. Tuffy Thurman. She is an all-time talk show host, a world champion at that, but this man 3 times is a champion of the world in bull riding. Super Dave, double lock, what a match from Sammy Andrews with Tuffy Thurman.
You bet. This bull is just, a lot of times he's in the 3rd round. This bull has bucked him off before, but he can really come back and put it on him today.
He is putting it on him. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you right now, with a high-flying exit, Tuffy Thurman has won an extra $10,000 for the year. All he had to do was qualify to get the Acme Tough Enough Bull Award. He had to ride one, and nobody can beat him. Terry Don West was in there in a close second. He was going to have to ride 2 for nearly 90 points apiece. Tuffy Thurman has just rode Super Dave with no luck.
You see that inside foot come back when he come around there?
Yes.
What a masterful job he did of putting it back down and going on with it.
And 86 points. The farther it went, the better it got. Don't anybody move. It's going to get better. When you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not. You're hot on ESPN. 88, 86, and an 83. Join us in a minute at the Rosemont again in Chicago. Back to the Rosemont Horizon in Chicago, everybody. It's time to watch Adam Carillo, El Paso, Texas. A ton of fun and a big hump in front of him. At 21 years old, 1 of 2 of the Carillo twins from West Texas. Adam Carillo is one of the top 15 we've got in the world standings today. One of the young hotshots who's going to beat somebody on the Acme Bull Riders Only Tour. Here's the ladder. Here's the bull.
Did you see that? No! What a move! Man, that little guy is hot, isn't he?
The bull waited for him.
Oh, man.
That actually happened. The bull sat there waiting for him to catch up.
Boy, he took advantage of it, too. That was a quick move he made getting back in the middle of that bull. I was going to get a chance to look at that back.
Sneaky little Pete, let's see exactly what happened here.
Oh, it looks like he's got this bull perfect time. He's moving on the front end. He's driving with that shoulder. So right here, the bull starts to hop skip. He's timing everything.
Yeah.
Throws him a little out of time. That slides him back in the zone. Right here, he's got him hung up. He just makes one little move and then picks the timing right back up.
He was plumb off to the left side of his rope, riding right-handed. That bull just popped his little bottom up and sent him right back in the middle of the saddle. 82 points is going to put him in the money. It's time to go to Montana. Scott Fretting. Columbus, Montana's never been famous for many things. It's a beautiful country.
Oh, hard drop.
Oh, no.
That bull, one of the most unridden bulls on the tour. Terry Don West rode him, I think, for the first time at Wichita a couple of weeks ago. But other than that, they have not pushed that bull on the tour.
Well, 77 to Sammy Andrews has done it to a lot of guys. I'm sorry that didn't work. We had a great story to tell you about him, but the buckaroo from Montana, he'll be with us in Long Beach. Now, for you sports fans that are keeping track of riding averages, buck-off averages, and winning averages, Terry Don West has come out of Oklahoma to prove what he can do. 15 out of 17 and 93 for the season. Don't anybody give up on him just because he can't beat Tuff Thurman for the Tough Enough Award.
Well,
Terry Don, sit up!
We still got the year-end championship at stake, and every bull counts here for getting seated going into Long Beach, and every dollar's going to count.
I want to step out and say one thing. It's a good thing 10 years ago when this kid was amateur and he didn't jump into the PRCA, because Tuffy Thurman would have had to run for his money over 3 world titles a lot sooner than he has. He has a bruised kidney from about a month and a half ago, 6 weeks ago. We brought him to Denver. And now we've brought him to Chicago. We've got to go to Long Beach yet. He got off on his arm. Where was it? Salt Lake City, I think, and run an elbow in his kidney and bruised it. He's been hurt inside. And you see him stepping away from this bull with some pain.
You bet. This kid can ride by like the wind. But see, when he grabs his wrap right there, that keeps him looking forward. Gets off worse than probably anyone in the business. That is what gets him hurt. He needs to quit grabbing that wrap, turn, and just bail out of there.
Boy, you talk about it making it easy. Here's a guy got to quit grabbing his wrap, too. Not Dr. Skip Ross on the left, but that's Luke Perry on the right. Now Darrell Mills. Here it is from Pink Mountain British Club.
Oh, mighty. Why do you got to...
I don't believe this.
I've never seen
I don't believe this. My
could mean, I'm not for sure, but the re-ride that Charles Samson turned out, the bull, that'll probably go into the re-rides, and if he does, the Wild Toad has only been ridden once in his career by Tuffy Thurman in Wichita, and I would love to see Darrell Mills come back on him.
Let me say this, he has the option to ride. Can they mark him? Yes, they can. Would he take the score, or does he want to ride the Toad? Darrell Mills is the Canadian champion. Darrell Mills is a superstar. Mighty Whitey, number 6 of Sammy Andrews, has never done that before, but he did. We'll see what he says yet to do. 60 with an option. Chicago wants him to ride the bull. Okay, Jethro. Come on, hillbilly. 6'3", 175 pounds from Archdale, North Carolina. He's 16 for 20, but the boy has not won that much money with nearly 13,000. What can he do? What can he do? You got to ride this bull. Jerome Davis at the Blue Bonnet Palace. This is the bull that is a killer. Yes, he is. He has taken a lot of buckets from his top. And here, get away! Get away!
Did he make a move back in the middle of that bull, or what?
He had to make a move knowing that that bull will get you. If that bull gets a chance to prop you up, set you up, and stick a horn in you, he will take your lights out. You made the move. He made the recovery. Ed Wood can let him out with a big smile, and we're in business.
Well, a lot of people don't know this is a bull that took a guy's life a couple years ago, and everyone's got to have that on their mind when they get in there. He has a tendency to draw you back and then point it on that head.
There it is. Now, you see what he did? He threw his head out. His free arm was way behind him. No way to save his upper body. He threw his head out away from him, thinking, here comes the Chop City. 79 points for Jerome Davis. And in North Carolina, you're still in the running. Okay, folks, our ESPN cameramen are getting as close to you today as we can with these guys. Little Myron Duhart right here, high school champion, college champion, champion with Roper in that fancy shirt. Get up, get up.
Myron getting...
423, that's Popeye. He comes from the Sammy Andrews bunch. He got up, he got out, he got over, he got up, he got out, he got him in trouble.
Got back in that old danger zone.
Well, he zoned him to the ground with that one, and Duhart is a dandy, but no points today. Richard Drew, Colorado. Come on, King. Here's the fencing contractor. Oh, look at it, look at it, look at it.
We're going to see the pistols.
Drop City ripped him out of there.
Man, that bull reverse direction about as fast as I've seen one reverse there in a long time.
Well, I've always said this guy to be in Hollywood. He's way too good looking to be a bull rider, taking that kind of pressure and pounding on his body, and his wife will agree. No score for the man from Colorado. Ladies and gentlemen, Charlie Samson's laughing. That's the good news. The bad news is he dislocated his shoulder, and he's not going to come back in the next round. He has chosen to stay out. This bull had to whip on him after 3 rounds to the right. That was after 3 rounds to the left. Drove that shoulder in the ground. The world champion, Charlie Samson, said no, and here's where the real hurt come from.
Oh, boy, he did knock her up and out of socket there, didn't he?
So our man is down and out, but he's going to win some money. We're going to come back on ESPN with the Bulls and Bull Riders in Chicago. Welcome back on ESPN, everybody, to the Rosemont Horizon in Chicago. This is Bob Tolman along with Carrie Richards on the Acme Bull Riders Only Tour, and we're ready to go. Let's ride one. We're talking about Clint Bronner, Adam Carillo, Darrell Mills, Mike Erickson, and Tuffy Thurman. Those that have qualified on the original tour scoreboard with Lackey Mills, Terry Don, Williams, and Ervin, and the Wolfman. We're going to get it all started as he's tied in, ready to rock and roll. Danny Wolf and the Alligator. Here it is. The Sammy Andrews good pain.
Oh, man. Just what he didn't need. That shoulder out, a lot of power there, a lot of power.
I don't think it hurt his free arm shoulder any, and it just flat bucked him off, jerked him away from his hand, got him split, and laid him down. One of the hot riders out of the first and second rounds at the Rosemont today, but it's not going to work, and it's history. We've talked about the camaraderie in the rodeo industry before, but at Bull Riders Only, there is 3-time the world champion Tuffy Thurman, pulling the 18th ranked man Mike Erickson of Choctaw, Oklahoma's rope. Sugar Bear's the little bull in the middle of the power, and let's see what we can do with it. Remember, this is the top third and final round. He's 9 out of 13. He's only won $800. That'll barely pay the airfare to get to our events. But here at the Rosemont, I want to say one thing about the crowd that comes here to watch DeKalb University play basketball. I want to say a lot of things about the nice fans that have made it work for us. Chicago, thank you for a warm reception and the great weather. Gary LeFew, Little Lightning has not had the best year on the Bull Riders Only Tour. And I don't know if it's the power of the Bulls, if it's a bull like this one, Sugar Bear, if it's anything else that we run under him. But we need to win this boys out bucks.
You bet. The first two bulls, he really looked good on there. Uh-oh, he's getting a little back. He got back.
He's on.
What a second effort.
Second effort is something in life not everybody gets an opportunity to have, but this is not divorce court and then come back and find you a new bride. You make a mistake in your first marriage and they're going to bust your butt.
And a mistake was just what he made. He kept letting that bull get him back on his pockets. Right here when they come around, you got to stay forward, ride them around on your legs, and then keep moving out there. A lot of young riders have a tendency, see how he's sitting down? He's sitting down on his pockets, pumping in there, but he's never moving back up and getting daylight under his legs.
I hate it when that happens.
That means he's riding the back end, which is going to the left. The front end, or the front end is going to the left. He's on the back end going to the right. That gives you all the power.
You're starting to make me stutter. What do you mean?
I'm stuttering myself.
Well, there's so much you have to contend with when you think the judges are watching on 1 to 25 from 2 judges on how you ride, and 1 to 25 from 2 judges on the bulls. Let's try with the Canadian champion in 1990 and 92, Darrell Mills, Pink Mountain. Oh, is in trouble.
Big red. Tuffy Thurman won the last go-around to national finals on last year.
No way. We are 3 for the bulls. 3 in a row. Just bucked the Canadian champion off. He was 6th ranked. He had to make this ride to qualify to get up in that top 5. The 5th and 3rd and 4th ranked men are here today. Danny Wolf's number 4, we already bucked him off, so he was out of there. This was the ride that was going to give this Canadian a chance to excel, and it didn't work.
Well, Danny Wolf won that second go-around, so that might have given him enough to get in the make the bubble there.
Well, Chevrolet, apple pie in America. That Jimmy All-Star Bull just bucked him off. Let's go to Jerome Davis, 55. It's Bailey's Gunslinger. The last match on this bull got him to the hospital for 30 days, and this big bull gets you the first 3 jumps, and he gets you.
Oh, man, he might have put him in the hospital again right there. That might have got some grinners.
No grinners. He's still got something to eat spaghetti with tonight. Oh, man. The state miners didn't get hurt on that one. I told you, the first 2. And I'm the last guy in the world to call how the bull's going to be so bad, but let's watch at it again.
Oh, watch it. Let's stop action this when he comes up at the top right there. Look how far he runs him off the rope. It's that big catapult we talked about earlier that whips you over that front end and catches a horn right under the chin.
Kiss me, Marie, and I tell you what, right there, man, oh man, it can't get any worse than this. We are 4 for 4 for the Bulls.
Here it comes again. He slides back. We call that the power zone. When they kick, you got 1,800 pounds of force coming right up, hitting you right in the butt, and over that front end you're going to go. If you're going to ride ranked bulls, you got to stay out of that zone.
I got to call it the pain zone on ESPN and Bull Riders Only for Acme in Chicago. Hey, folks, there's more, there's more, there's more.
The 29th, Ogden's first chance to witness Bull Riders Only. Call 800-44-ARENA. And California Bro fans, we're back with the only show in Southern California. This year, you can be there. 800-536-BULL for your first class seat.
As I say, welcome back to the Rosemont Horizon in Chicago. ESPN is bringing you the Bull Riders Only's best. This is Bob Tolman along with Gary LeFew, and we are 4 for 4 for the Bulls. Dagger, Sammy Andrews, Bad Cat is a Chevy Truck All-Star Bull. I'm not sure when Chevrolet sponsored this program a couple of years ago that they wanted to be involved with all these bad bulls. But great guys. Clint Bronger, after 7 months, is back on his 3rd one. He's rode in the 1st round and qualified, 2nd round and qualified. Montana, get ready, little Clint. Come on, come on. Yeah.
Oh, he rode this bull before, but not today. This bull pulls everything but a
no. Get out of there.
Oh, man.
Well, there's his fellow Montana man, Lloyd Ketchum, to jump right over the top of him to save his life as Leon Coffey took him away. Less than a month to go. Aaron Simas rode that bull in the Mile High City of Denver Colorado to win $10,000. Bronger got his buns busted in Chicago on this Sunday.
Yeah, this bull just ain't got the best timing in the world, Bob.
Oh, man, and he sticks that one in you. You talk about the ivory enema. Don't turn your back on him, boys. Get out of there and save your life. Well, if he wants to take a look at the bottom side and do his visual vet work, that's where you can check the freckles on his belly.
We got to get one road today.
It's 5 for 5 for the Bulls left you. If you want to bet on one to break the ice, X55. Sir Barkley is the bull from Sammy Andrews. Tuffy Thurman said he is a cheap shot artist. Tuffy Thurman, 3-time the world champion. Tuffy Thurman is second in the world championships with nearly $60,000 won for the PRCA. Tuffy Thurman is the new Acme Tough Enough Award, $10,000 winner 2 years in a row. Tuffy Thurman's rode them all, but now can he ride Mr. Barkley? Sir Barkley, I love to watch his bull butt.
Well, we're getting into this ranked pen of bulls, and as you go up the ladder, the bulls get tougher, and that's where the guys with a higher percentage come in.
Yes.
Tough leads the pack with 89% of the bulls ridden. Oh, this bull is a
oh,
man!
I don't believe this. Kicked him in the head on the way by on top of everything else.
Man, he did put it on him.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching something of phenomenal, negative phenomenal right here. That doesn't happen. You don't throw Tuffy Thurman off that hard and lay him down like that. His partner Luke Perry is here with him today to watch in Chicago, but watch it. Here it comes.
Oh, right there. He got him rocked away from his hand back, and then he slid back, and he caught that big power catapult as he jumped forward. Shot him right over the front end.
I don't care. Tuffy Thurman is an all-time all-star athlete, not just a superstar in the bull riding, but a rodeo champion. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at a man that is hurt on the outside, but I'll tell you what, he is a superstar on the inside. Let's go to Dax Lackey, the number 10th ranked man in the business today. This is the bull that you watch, I watch, everybody watches, Bodacious. He is the Chevy Truck All-Star, maybe best bull there is. Big white whale can buck. I love to watch him go, but Dax Lackey, my young man from Kearney, Texas, could have more meat in this sandwich than he needs.
Oh, and definitely, I know he wants something else in this pen, would rather have something else. When they're throwing everybody else off, that has a psychological effect on the next rider up. You've seen the toughest in the business gets thrown off. You got a bull that's the bull of the finals. He's the strongest bull in rodeo, and then you got to jump out and be the first guy to ride one.
The third, the fourth, and the fifth ranked man of the top 5 bull riders only have already been on the ground. The 19th man and the 18th man are on the ground. The 6th ranked man is on the ground. That's like he is 10th ranked. Could this win for $10,000? Something on the bull riders.
We talked about the psychological effect.
Yes.
If we can look back at that, I want to show you something right here. And this is where the battle comes in. As Larry Mann used to say, the battle's not with the animal, it's with the weakness in the self. Now watch right here as this bull jumps and kicks out of there. Watch where Dax Lackey looks as he hits right up here.
Where's he looking? Where you hit.
See where he's looking out of there? He's still right in the middle of the bull, but he looks out. That bull had him psychologically whipped before he ever left the chute.
I want to say this about Dax Lackey, however, and Gary Lefew is not doing this with vengeance. He's not talking about it as a weak-hearted young man. But ladies and gentlemen, the psychological effect of 1,800 pounds of humpback blue-skin Bellerin beast will beat your butt, and that's just what happened. If you don't ride him in your head, you can't ride him in your bed. Bull riders only. There's more from the Rosemont on ESPN. Don't you leave us. We need you. We need you. They have got us 7-0 down. Welcome back, everybody. This is Bob Tolman along with Gary Lefew at the Bull Riders Only Tour for Acme. We are in the Rosemont Horizon in Chicago. I don't know if a little West Texas cowboy can melt the ice or not. If it's just an ice cube, he'll make it happen. If it's a frozen lake, we're in trouble. Adam Carillo can be the first out of 8 to ride one. Here it is. Tumbleweed. Stick a little bit. We'll give you 10.
He rode that bull, and Casper was 85, but that was Casper.
Now listen. listen, that's not the story right here. We are now 8-0 on the Roper scoreboard. We are ripping the pants off of them here today. If you can read lips, you'll understand that he's talking about this bull's mother right now. However, listen to this. A year ago at Denver, we bucked them all off in the final round and had to go for a 5th round. It could happen in Chicago today. Still 2 to go. Terry Don West, the all-time great newcomer from Henrietta, Oklahoma, and yet with Ervin Williams of Tulsa, Oklahoma. It could be Oklahoma's day to bring the Sooners to the top. Well, we're talking about 8 for the Bulls and nothing for the Cowboys. 2 to go, and they're a pair of Okies. This is the Chevy Truck All-Star Bull, Outlaw Willie. This bull is a world champion. World champion, voted on by the world champions to be the rankest bull 2 years ago any place in North America. Tulsa, Oklahoma, you can make history. Yet to go is this man, Ervin Williams and Terry Don West. Terry Don West has got a shot at setting an all-time great money-winning record if he wins 10. Ervin is in the 20th place, and he needs the money. This bull can be rode. This man can ride him. He's dwindled before in the first and second rounds. Let's see if he doesn't fizzle in this one. Come on, Ervin, let's go for it. Let's do it.
Yes, sir. There again, he's got the bull that they win Wichita on. He's a former Bull of the Year. And we talked about Ervin earlier, that Ervin has made it to the first and second round, but he's never been real successful in the 3rd round.
Don't dribble this time.
No, sir. He's got to break that jinx.
Now, when he gets ready to wrap his hand in there, Gary, we've had an opportunity many times to talk about taking the death grip. Will he take a twist? Will he tuck him through his finger? There are 8 men down, 2 to go, both Okies. When he runs his rope back through his hand there, let's watch him when he goes behind. Let's see if he's going to take that death grip and tie himself in the middle of it. Well, there's the twist. He's going to roll it now and see if he tucks it. That's one little bit of help.
Yes, sir.
You roll that off the palm of your hand. No, he says, boys, pull it again. Now, he can pull it as tight as he wants. When he runs it through his hand, if you need to let him a little slack, you can. Once you tie it off, you got to go with what you got.
That's it. You're going to back out. It's time to do it now.
Remember, this bull is a world champion. He was voted on by the world champion Cowboys as the greatest bucking bull 2 years ago. That means that the greatest bull riders in the world say that this bull is tougher to ride when you're riding to win the money on than any other bull in the business. Sammy Andrews can be proud of that. Sammy Andrews,
he is going through the finger. Look at this.
He is.
He's going for the downs. That means if he bucks off, that hand rolls over, hangs over on that wrap, and then the clown's going to have to come in and untie it.
$10,000! $6,000 for that 8 seconds on Outlaw Willie.
We knew this guy was overdue. He has been riding so good in them earlier rounds. It was just a matter of time, as Clyde Van Boers used to say, you can't keep a squirrel out of the trees in timber country.
And 91 points for Ervin Williams. It's going to make it work. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a history-making day at the Rosemont Horizon on ESPN in Chicago, Illinois for one fact. We had gone 8 times in a row before we qualified. Why should it not be the 20th ranked man at the Bull Riders Only Tour? Why should it not be his day at the end of our season with only yet Long Beach to go to the World Finals in a couple of weeks? Ervin Williams, congratulations, but we can beat him. Is there a 92? Here comes a Chevy Truck All-Star Bull. It'll achy breaky. No song to be sung. Just a bull to be rode. And Terry Don West, an Okie neighbor to Ervin Williams, might do it. Henrietta, Oklahoma, 28 years old. This man won more money in 3 of our tour stops than anybody else. Aaron Simas has jumped in behind him. Tuffy Thurman is 3rd for the all-time win for the year. Terry Don, what about this bull?
Well, you know Terry Don, when he got on Bodacious, the big white bull that threw Dax Lackey off in Denver, his wife said, there's probably only one bull here that can buck Terry Don off, and that's Bodacious. He can ride Stinger, he can ride them other ones. Well, he went to the Coors Shootout in Scottsdale last week and rode Stinger, the other ranked, one of the other ranked bulls there.
Gone!
End up winning the air. This kid is tough.
Sit up.
Oh, look at here.
Yes,
look at him move up on them legs. Oh, man.
points. He has done it.
Oh, man, what an athlete.
What a bull ride. Chicago and we're coming back.
With the Roper Ride of the Night, I'm here with Terry Don West. Terry, what a bull ride. This has got to feel good with your 4th victory of the season. Tell us what happened.
Had a rank build night from the Sammy Andrews Rodeo Company. All I wanted to do was get him rode and win a lot of money, and you ride a bull like that, you'll win a lot of money.
Well, take us to the bull ride and let us know what was going on.
Coming out of the gate, blew out there hard, coming around the left, just trying to get tapped off, started spurring, and just trying to make the whistle, and everything clicked and everything went right. And I just want to thank Bull Riders Only for letting me be here.
Well, we're glad to have you. You know, going into Long Beach, you've got 4 wins under your belt. Every time you've been in California, you've made a win there. It's got to look good going into the championship. Back to the guys in the booth.
The hottest guy in Chicago is not the bull, but the buckaroo that made it work with the bull. Terry Don West for 10,000 plus.
No doubt about it. He has proven once and for all he is one of the greatest rank bull riders of all time.
With $10,375 on the scoreboard, that's the way it is. You watched it on ESPN as Ervin Williams, another Sooner buckaroo, came in for second. Terry Don Tuff, Aaron, Jim, and Danny Wolf take the top 5 spots as we go to Long Beach for the World Championship. The Acme Bull Riders Only Series has been brought to you in part by Wrangler Jeans, our official Bull Rider jean. The Chevy Trucks, our official truck that we drive. An award design medal, the official buckle of the Acme Bull Riders Only Series. Shirts provided by Roper Apparel. For Gary LeFew, this is Bob Tallman. And now, it's on to the 93 Championship in Long Beach, California. The conclusion of a great season and more Bro Crunch Time.